Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Crypto Stew here in the Crypto Stew studio. 569 subscribers. If you're one of them, welcome back. If you're not, please subscribe and hit the bell. I think you'll be glad you did. I think I've been doing some pretty decent stuff out here. This will not be my most popular video. I'm probably going to lose some subscribers on this one, but all right, let me just explain why I'm doing this video. I had lunch with my friend Alan. You all know him. He's extremely famous. He was the star of my video Dogecoin and My Friend Alan, which had 207 views, which is like Woodstock for my channel. So he's very famous now. He can't even walk down the street in South America. Things have really changed for Alan since he was mentioned in that video. And I had lunch with him, and he is a very enthusiastic investor in Cardano. And he's buying more every week, and he's very much into it, and if it goes down he's going to buy more, and that's great because that's got to be the mindset when you're in this asset class. If it goes down, just buy more. Keep money on the side so you can buy more if it goes down. And one thing he said to me at lunch was that he's actually even been actively looking for negative things about Cardano, and he couldn't find any. And I said, really? And he goes, yeah, like I want to know what the negatives are. And there's a real reason for wanting to know the negatives of any of something you're buying. And I mean, you have to imagine, like, when you go on Amazon, you look at the reviews, you're going to want to check the negative reviews because that's what's really going to tell you about this item. You know what the positive reviews say. They're going to say, oh, it's wonderful. All right. The negative reviews, like, let's say you're buying like a cooler, all right, and you want it for the back of your golf cart, and one of the negative reviews was, oh, it's a good cooler, but it didn't fit in the back of my golf cart. That's a valid review. So you need to know what the negatives are, right? Also, investing is about risk return analysis. So in order to properly invest or into any kind of project, you need to know what the risks are. You need to know the negatives. So the first thing I said to him was, well, if you want to know a negative about Cardano, I mean, the first thing that comes off the top of my head is, the project hasn't really delivered much in the past 4 years. And he goes, 4 years? And I go, yeah. He goes, the project's 4 years old? And I said, yeah, it's 4 years old. He goes, I thought this was a new project. I said, this is not a new project. I said, everything that you're hearing, I've been hearing for 4 years. About how great Cardano's going to be, I've been hearing that for 4 years. And I'm sure a lot of you out there already knew that Cardano's 4 years old, but some of you might not have. No, this is not a new project. Cardano's been around for a long time, and it's been the great thing on the horizon for a long time. So I know how much flack I'm going to get for this video, because that's why nobody says anything negative about Cardano, because they have like this army of Cardano fanboys who are going to come after you and dislike your videos, and I don't give a crap about any of that. All right, I have 569 subscribers. I don't do this for money. No one has ever paid me to say anything, so I'm putting my content out there, okay? And all I'm going to say is what the negatives of Cardano are. I happen to own Cardano, all right? It's a little less than 5% of my portfolio, which is way more money than I ever want to lose. So I'm not here to make the price go down or anything like that. I'm really just trying to help people so they can make an informed decision. You should know what the negatives are of a project, because I'm sure almost everybody listening to this video probably already owns Cardano, and they'll still own Cardano after listening to it. You should know the negatives of a project. That's all right? And I'm going forward. I'm doing this, baby. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're doing this. All right, so I have a lame visual aid. I usually have a lame visual aid, but I want to do this right, or as right as I can. So I do have a lame visual aid for this one, and here it is. All right, Cardano, a very ambitious project launched in 2017. I think the company was actually launched in 2015, but the coin launched in 2017. This is from their website, so it's just a quote. A groundbreaking proof-of-stake blockchain network being developed into a decentralized application development platform with a multi-asset ledger and verifiable smart contracts. Built with the rigor of high-assurance, formal development methods, Cardano aims to achieve the scalability, interoperability, and sustainability needed for real-world applications. Cardano is designed to be the platform of choice for the large-scale, mission-critical dApps that will underpin the economy of the future. So yes, it's a very ambitious project. It has been a very ambitious project for a very long time. Let's see, the Shelley phase was supposed to launch in mid-2018 and didn't launch until July 2020. Goguen was scheduled to launch in March of 2021 and is currently scheduled to launch October question mark because it's very hazy as to when Goguen will actually launch. Cardano has had so many delays, it reminds me of Elio Motors and Dippin' Dots. Now, I'm going to bring up Elio Motors. I'm sure some of you will say it's an unfair. It's not an exactly on point analogy, but I will use it. Elio Motors here is the car of the future. Elio Motors, $7,500 and gets 84 miles per gallon. It's a little two-seater, but the seats are in line with each other. The passenger sits behind the driver. And I've been following this project. I remember seeing this in 2012 and thinking, hey, I spend money on overpriced toys that I can't use. Maybe I'd pick one up one day. And here you see, reserve yours today. For $100 you can reserve one, and 65,000 people have given this guy $100. But since 2012, none of them have gotten their cars. This guy just has a prototype and he goes from car show to car show to car show, but he never makes any cars. Since 2012, 9 years, no cars. The 2015 top 10 automotive startups. 4 years after he started, he's a startup. All right, and here on there, it's just the car of the future. Look how great it's going to be. But they never made any cars. They're still doing this with no cars. And here on their Wikipedia page, Elio Motors has, under criticism, Elio Motors has continuously delayed their release date, which was originally in 2012, has been pushed back each year. And here at the bottom, this lack of an actual product over a near decade-long span has caused a belief that this is a textbook case of vaporware. Now, no, I am not calling Cardano vaporware, but I am saying they are constantly pushing back their release dates, and to this day, they still don't have anything anyone can actually use. Okay, let's see. I also compared it to Dippin' Dots, the ice cream of the future, but, it's been the ice cream of the future for 40 years. I'm just starting to believe that it's never going to happen. And, okay, so let's move on. Cardano has so many delays. It reminds me of Elio Motors and Dippin' Dots. The Cardano team is supposed to be building the greatest decentralized platform in the world, but they're incapable of making a roadmap. Most other projects can follow a roadmap, but for some reason not this one. And most other projects, when they miss a date on their roadmap, get punished with in the price. But Cardano just never seems to. It just keeps chugging along on potential without ever getting any kind of price punishment for missing a date on their roadmap. And they miss their dates on the roadmap all the time. This one coming up. Hoskinson seems to love the role he's in right now. This is probably my biggest criticism of Cardano, is how much Hoskinson loves being the guy who runs the project that is going to be great. It is much different. It is a much easier place to be in, to be the guy behind the project that's going to be great, than it is to be the guy who runs the project that is new and is having all these growing pains and is having all these problems, which happen with any new project, and is now there's going to be all these complaints from the people who thought it would be better than it is. And Hoskinson is going to have no patience for that and doesn't seem to have any desire to be in that role. He likes the role he's in right now. Why would he want to release a product when he's having the time of his life being the guy with the greatest product ever that has yet to be released? I actually, potential is always infinite, and that's all anybody talks about with Cardano is potential. When I say potential is always infinite, the example I would give is a newborn baby. A newborn baby has infinite potential. You have no idea what this person is going to become. You could be looking at the person who goes into science and cures cancer. You could be looking at the next big star in the NBA. You could be looking at the next great rapper. But the thing is, then the person starts to grow, and you realize that he's not that good at math, so he's probably not going to be a scientist. You realize that he's not growing tall enough, so he's probably never going to be in the NBA. You realize that he has no gift for rhyme, so he's probably not going to be the next great rap star. It doesn't mean that person can't do other great things, but doors close as you have a real growing organism instead of having just potential. Cardano has been pregnant for 4 years, and all we've been talking about is how great it's going to be when it starts doing things, but it hasn't done anything yet. And also, there's a clip that it also reminds me of, and I thought I'd play it for you, and so I will. So here we go. It's from Silicon Valley. I think this is hilarious, and Cardano does remind me of this.
Revenue model? What? No revenue. I'll call you back. What? Why would you go after revenue? Because to make money?
No. If you show revenue, people will ask how much, and it will never be enough. The company that was the 100xer, the 1000xer becomes the 2x dog. But if you have no revenue, you can say you're pre-revenue. You're a potential pure play. It's not about how much you earn. It's about what you're worth. And who's worth the most? Companies that lose money. Pinterest, Snapchat, no revenue. Amazon has lost money every fucking quarter for the last 20 fucking years, and that Bezos motherfucker is the king.
The king.
There's no revenue. No one wants to see revenue. Go.
I just thought that mainly the goal of companies is to make money.
Yeah, no. That's not how it works. I don't want to make a little bit of money every day. I want to make a fuck ton of money all at once. ROI. ROI.
So yeah, this does remind me of Cardano. It's got a $40 billion market cap, and it has no product right now. It's just it's amazing to me. Like I said, I own Cardano. I believe in Cardano's future, but it has nothing, no working product right now. This is all right. Let's see. What's one of the main things Cardano fanboys talk about? Cardano has published over 40 peer-reviewed papers. Here's the problem with that. The peer review process is completely broken. And what I mean by that is the peer review process is completely broken. So you can get anything published. These peer-reviewed journals that get published, they're publishing everything. And there have been multiple. You can type in peer review hoax, and you will find literally dozens. You can Google that, and you'll find literally dozens of articles about these three people. I think they published 20 bogus papers in various peer-review journals, just by having the right title and they had gobbledygook in their papers. If anyone had our struggle is my struggle, simply scattered some of up-to-date jargon into passages lifted into from Hitler's Mein Kampf. They put gobbledygook in these papers, and they still got published. And especially considering this is for the stuffed shirt intellectuals who are all super woke, and with Hoskinson's work in Africa, anything that he wants published is getting published. So the fact that he is using the peer review process means less than nothing to me. It is absolutely meaningless. The peer review process is completely broken. It means absolutely nothing that they have 40 peer-reviewed articles. And I actually consider it a negative, because I don't see why they're using this broken system as some way to plug their project. There's no positive to this whatsoever. The peer review process is completely broken. I can send a link to this article, but it doesn't matter. You can just Google peer review process broken. You'll find so many articles, you won't believe it, that they're meaningless. It's absolutely meaningless that they have 40 peer review projects. All right, and like I said, I mentioned Africa, so let's talk about Africa. All right, computer, load image Cardano 1. Okay. Let's see. This came up like 3 days ago on my Yahoo Finance, just on my notifications. As positive as the Ethiopian government and IOHK sound, there are some vocal critics of their past dealings. Ethiopian businessman Kai Kassa labeled Cardano's work a scam in a blog post. In addition, he calls Hoskinson a snake oil salesman. This is because Kassa doesn't believe that Cardano's plans will come to fruition. He references a lack of concrete legal steps taken by the company in the country in the past. Kassa also accused Hoskinson of undermining the Ethiopian international economic outlook. Although he may not be directly milking Ethiopia of its foreign currency, he is indirectly contributing to my country's non-existent role in global finance and a childish ethos of ethnic borders beyond sovereign. Blah, 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 blah. My point is that what seems to be happening is that Hoskinson is going to Africa, making these deals, and then doing nothing after that. Then he announces that the deal's been made, and everyone's like, wow, Cardano signed with another African country that's 18 million people. That's another 18 million people that are going to use Cardano. But then nothing's done after that. And I know that the natural answer is, well, they're still working on the project and they will go to Africa, and maybe they will. Probably they will. But things can move really fast. What I mean by that is, look how fast Bitcoin is moving in El Salvador. They only announced that like a month ago, that Bitcoin's going to be used in El Salvador, and they're signing up 20,000 new people a day in El Salvador to their wallet that they're going to use for all their uses as a legal tender currency. It's really moving there. People are moving to El Salvador because it's using Bitcoin as a legal tender currency. It's causing industry. But when Cardano signs with another African country, nothing happens. He signs, He announces that he signed, the price bumps based on that signature, and then nothing happens. And there are people, obviously, in these countries that are beginning to lose faith that this is ever going to come to fruition. All right, let's see. They go slow to make sure it's right. That's the number one thing. If you're going to criticize Cardano for being slow in its movement, a fanboy will say they go slow to make sure it's right. I find this to be legitimate to an extent. And what I mean by that is Ethereum has had a lot of difficulty scaling and a lot of difficulty making improvements. The improvements are coming in Ethereum, and actually very soon. I think they have a really big update coming August 4th that's going to change a lot of things for Ethereum. But the updates have been extremely difficult because updating a blockchain with as much use of it as Ethereum is like trying to repair a plane while it's in flight. It's a lot easier to make the plane correct while it's on the ground before you take off, which is what a Cardano fanboy would say Cardano is doing and what Cardano says Cardano is doing. But I would also say that no project in the top 100 has delivered less. As far as innovation is concerned, no project has delivered less than Cardano except for Dogecoin. It's the only one that's delivered less because Dogecoin has no innovation. Dogecoin is what it is and it's never going to improve. All Cardano has is a wallet and staking. That's it. Now, I can think of 10 other projects that have a wallet and staking. There's nothing special in having a wallet and staking. And I know one feather in the fanboy's cap is that Cardano has more value staked than any other project. Of course, Cardano has more value staked than any other project. There's nothing else to do with the coin. There is absolutely nothing else to do with your coin right now other than stake it and earn more Cardano. It has no other use. So, of course, it has more stake than anyone else. Ethereum, you can use your Ethereum to buy an NFT. You can use your Ethereum in Uniswap to provide liquidity so that you're making a decentralized exchange and you're earning rewards off that. You can use your Ethereum on Aave to take out a decentralized loan. There are uses for Ethereum. So the people who are using their Ethereum aren't staking it. So there's going to be less Ethereum staked. So of course Cardano has more staked. There's nothing else to do with it. I know that there's a rudimentary, there's like very small amount of NFTs being traded on Cardano, but nothing noteworthy right yet. It's all about potential. Let's see. Cardano's price is 100% based on speculation and not actual use. And I have some clips from a BitBoy video because I know y'all love BitBoy because when I criticized BitBoy, you all ripped into me. So I wanted to play these two clips because I think that you can get some value out of them. So here we go. Here's the first one.
Do you see something actually like smart contracts around the corner or anything? What do you think is going to happen long term versus Ethereum and Cardano there?
Listen, it's not about like what's going to kill Ethereum because, in my opinion, that's just going to be Ethereum 2. Realistically, it's winner take most, and I think Ethereum will take most. It's basically, can Cardano become more functional than Ethereum, have more developers, have a better ecosystem before ETH 2.0 comes? And I don't think the answer is yes. Now, that being said, do I like Cardano? Yes. Do I want to see smart contracts come out? Yes. I talked to some members from the Sunday Swap team, and they're basically sitting on their hands.
Okay, that's the first clip, and I wanted to play this one. This one, BitBoy himself will talk about Cardano. Now, bear in mind, BitBoy bought $1 million in Cardano not that long ago. He loves Cardano.
Yeah, and in it with you, Ben, where do you see it if the bull market continues? Where do you see the top end for Cardano?
$10.
$10.
Look, here's the thing. Yeah, I have no qualms about that. My official number was always $9. So, I mean, look, the most parabolic time of the cycle is the last month. And that's what everybody short sells. It's not logical. It's not a logical number to sit here and say, like, oh, you know what? I think it can easily 10x from here. I understand. But when you look at the parabolic blow-offs of the altcoin cycle, then you look what happened in 2017. You look how the price went from, I think it was 3 cents to $1.30, I think it was, or $1.13 in 2 months in the last bull cycle. Once again, they had nothing. Blockchain Boy, I love you. You're awesome. I think the way you look at this is totally wrong. I know Stash looks at this totally wrong too. I think has nothing to do with actual use
I just
case.
believe
has nothing
I
to
believe
do with
diminishing
how much
returns.
It's all speculation.
All right.
Okay?
All hype.
It's all speculation.
No, go.
It's all speculation. It's all hype. That's what all it can be. They don't have a working product. 4 years, and they don't have a working product. All right. I believe Cardano will eventually release a usable product, and Cardano will be competition for Ethereum, but it is not an Ethereum killer. I'm always. There have been so many almost Ethereum killers. EOS, when EOS finally came out with when they launched or whatever, they were supposed to be the Ethereum killer. They've been around plenty years now. They did not kill Ethereum. EOS, I don't know anyone building anything on EOS, and I'm sure somebody's building something on EOS. I just don't hear anything about it. So it's not an Ethereum killer. And there have been plenty of other. Tron was supposed to be the Ethereum killer. That was a joke. And I remember there was one called Credits years ago. Credits. Oh my God, it has 50,000 transactions per second. It's going to kill Ethereum. And it pumped and nothing. Absolutely nothing. So no, it will not kill. Cardano will not kill Ethereum. And it doesn't need to kill Ethereum to be a successful project. There's always multiples. I mean, look at the banking system. You have Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase. You have multiple banks. So why can't you have multiple blockchains that different people use for different things, or different people use for the same things, but just use a different company because they like it better for one reason or another? Cardano will probably be an Ethereum competitor, and it'll be a successful project, but it's not going to kill Ethereum. And I know that everyone's saying they have it set up so that once Cardano launches smart contracts, you can just push a button and you can move your whole project from Ethereum to Cardano, and they're all going to do that, and Ethereum's going to be dead. I don't believe that for a second. I know there are people saying that, but hey, look, maybe I'll be wrong, but I just don't see it. There are too many really smart investors investing in Ethereum, and they are aware of Cardano. I don't believe that that's what's going to happen. All right, and we're going to end with this computer load image Cardano 2. Let's see. This is from Cardano's own Twitter page. All right, they posted this on July 1st, 60 days to have smart contracts on Cardano. All right, now that's them going out of their way to say the smart contracts are coming in 60 days from July 1st. So they have till what? The first week of July, August, of September. First week of September. Hold them to this. Hold them to this. No more delays. And I mean functional smart contracts. Things people can use. And if this is delayed again, I think some, people have to start accepting that maybe this isn't the great project that we all think it is. And I think it is. Like I said from the beginning, and I'll say it again, I own Cardano. I'm not selling my Cardano. I believe in the project, but it has been a long time, and it's time. He's been pregnant for 4 years. It's time to have the baby. It is time for Cardano to launch something that people can use. There are plenty of projects that have launched things people can use in a lot less time than Cardano. So Alan, I did this for you. Those are the negatives of Cardano as I see them. And Alan, I implore you to look at the comments, because I'm sure these people are ripping into me for daring to say anything bad about their precious Cardano. Cardano, I will say this, is the most popular crypto out there. I know this because anytime Altcoin Daily or BitBoy or any of them say, what coin do you think I should talk about next? The number one answer is always Cardano. So I just took a dump on the most popular coin in crypto. So I understand that the comments will not be positive. But if people are looking for the negatives of Cardano, there they are. I look forward to reading your comments. Please subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't. I really have a lot of great stuff coming up, and it would be a shame to miss it, and you never know what I'll talk about next. So until next time, this is Crypto Stew, signing off.